first story in the Canterbury Tales is told by a man identified by the name of this occupation. Other people with this occupation sat at a round table in Camelot.
Nice.
Correct. Famous places. Paris is home to this Gothic cathedral, which was one of the first buildings to use flying buttresses. It was nearly destroyed by fire in 2000. Red? Correct. History. Bhutan was part of this ancient road connecting Asia with Europe. It is named
The Silk Road.
correct. Food. Name this thread-like spice with a distinctive green.
Saffron.
Correct. Math computation. When rolling a pair of six-sided dice, what is the probability that both dice show the same number? Green?
136.
Incorrect. The answer is 1/6. Art. This painting features a crescent moon. A church with a tall steeple sits in a village, and in the foreground there is a dark silhouette of a tree. Name green.
Starting.
Correct. History. If you're not going to be at your polling place on election day, you must request one of these kinds of ballots beforehand. Green.
Absentee ballot.
Correct. Geography. About 60 miles from Tokyo on Honshu Island is the snow-capped peak, a volcano that last erupted in the early 1700s. Red?
Mount Fuji.
Correct. Sports. This African-American baseball player, Red? Correct. Science. Name these atoms in which the number of electrons and protons are different, making these atoms electrically charged. Green?
Photons.
Incorrect. Red? Photons? Incorrect. Ions. Math computation. If Javin makes $24 an hour and he needs $200 for a plane ticket, how many hours does he need to work to be able to pay for the ticket? Green? Incorrect. Is this, wait a minute.
It's not a good question.
Yeah, I know.
I think we're going to have to redo that.
Yeah,
Is the answer,
it doesn't make sense.
no, should I just go to the
There's
next?
a replacement question on the back.
Okay.
Okay. Number 3 on the back is math.
It said the answer.
The answer's wrong, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you still need your pencils. We're gonna review this question. So math number 3 on replacement questions, judges. An equation showing the relationship. It's not computation, is that okay? All right, sorry. Math, an equation showing the relationship between 2 or more quantities represented by variables. Formulas. Okay, so judges, I'm going back to number 16, spelling? Can they have pencils for spelling? Okay, pencils. Spell vernacular. Red,
BRNACULAUR.
incorrect. Green,
BERNACULAR.
correct. And you guys had a U in there.
Yeah.
All right, pencils down, history. On this continent, Bernardo O'Higgins and Jose de San Martin led independence movements. Name this continent where Simon Bolivar overthrew the Spanish in green,
South America.
correct. Movies. That main character, Hiro Hamada in Big Hero 6, Red? Excuse me? Yes, yes, correct. Literature. In the Poe poem, The Raven, what word does the raven repeat? Red?
Nevermore.
Correct. History. During Jimmy Carter's presidency, the U.S. ceded control of a famous man-made canal that, green?
Panama Canal.
Correct. That's the end of that section.
Then.
Yeah, we'll stay with the same group.
Coach, you have the papers for them?
They're behind,
Okay, got it.
Lindsay can read the rest of my side. Great.
That's why. If I do this.
All right. Ready? Okay, teams ready? Round 2, worksheet round. All these answers begin with the letter P, like pig. P like pig. Go. time. Take your papers to your coach. Coach is ready?
Ready.
Number 1, document necessary when entering or leaving a country, passport.
Yes.
Yes.
2, 1 cent coin is a penny.
Yes.
Yes.
3, person who acts, sings, dances for an audience, performer.
Yes.
Yes.
4, large musical instrument with 88 keys, piano.
Yes.
Yes.
5, science that deals with math, physics.
Yes.
Yes.
6, a flat-nosed farm animal, pig.
Yes.
Yes.
7, living things that grow in the ground, plants.
Yes.
Yes.
8, a moral rule of right and wrong, principle.
No.
No.
Number 9, there are 9 of these in our solar system if you count Pluto, planets.
Yes.
Yes.
10, showing good manners or respect for others, polite.
Yes.
Yes.
11, a person who attacks and robs ships at sea, a pirate.
Yes.
Yes.
12, area of water that is smaller than a lake, pond.
Yes.
Yes.
13, completely free from dirt or contamination, pristine.
No.
No.
14, Harrisburg is the capital of this state, Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Yes.
15, 16 ounces of weight equals this, pound.
Yes.
Yes.
16, the process by which green plants use sunlight to synthesize food is photosynthesis.
Yes.
Yes.
17, the watery fluid in which blood cells are suspended, plasma.
Yes.
18, the capital of France is Paris.
Yes.
Yes.
19, large flightless seabird of the southern hemisphere, penguin.
No.
Yes.
20, a social gathering of invited guests, party.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Henry, switch your papers.
All right. Can you go over real quick this toss up and bonus with me? So I read it, whoever buzzes, that team gets to answer. If they answer incorrectly, the other team can.
Yes.
But then it goes back to that team for the bonus. The team that answered first,
The team that gets it correct.
the team that gets it correct,
Yes.
gets it, okay.
Wait, are you talking bonus or toss it? Which one?
This is toss up and bonus.
The toss up, it's just like it says, it's toss up, either team can buzz in. One team gets it right, then that team gets the first crack at the next.
Okay.
The 2 bonuses.
Okay. All right.
Katie, why don't you get in for Griffin?
All right. 4 to 3, toss up and bonus. Science. Name this organ that contains tiny sacs called alveoli, which transfer oxygen, green, lungs. Correct? The bonus is history. Name the political ideology that was strongly opposed by the United States and other democratic countries during the Cold War.
Communism.
Correct? They also get a chance at B, correct? Okay. Name this system of racial segregation in South Africa, which was opposed by the African National Congress. Negotiations to end this system lasted until 1994. Okay, Brittany Hill? Okay. The answer was apartheid. Mythology. Hercules was sent on his 12th and final labor to capture Cerberus, a three-headed one of these animals. Green? Dog? Correct. Bonus is literature. Elie Wiesel wrote of the Holocaust in this work, in which Eliezer's father dies in a death march from Auschwitz to Buchenwald. If the answer was night. Oh, was I supposed to give it to them?
They get
Oh,
some.
okay, all right.
You guys know.
They didn't.
No.
Okay, sorry. So now B goes back to them?
Yes.
Okay. Ready? In this story, one title character drops breadcrumbs to mark the path home, and later in the story, the other title character pushes a witch into an oven.
Hansel and Gretel.
Correct. Sorry about that, guys. All right, geography. This smallest Great Lake lies at the base. Green?
Lake Ontario.
Correct. Bonus is famous people. This woman's album Lemonade won Best Urban Contemporary Album. She also collaborated with her husband, Dick. Green?
Those open, so whoops.
Beyonce.
Correct. Okay. Second bonus. Name this German monk who sparked the Protestant Reformation. His refusal to renounce his statements ultimately led to his excommunication by Pope Leo X at the Diet of Worms.
Martin Luther King. No, Martin.
Incorrect. Brittany Hill? No answer? You're close. Martin Luther. All right. Math. This branch of math involves the study of shapes. Red?
Geography.
Correct. All right. Your bonus is technology. Name these applications that are used to access and search the internet on computers.
Browser.
Correct. These small units of data, named after a type of food, are downloaded onto a computer when a user visits a website. Correct. Geography. Are you ready? Name the European Sea ancient Greeks crossed. Green?
The Aegean, or Aegean?
Incorrect. To get from Greece to Carthage.
Mediterranean Sea.
Correct. All right. Bonus is inventions. This country is credited with the invention of paper.
Egypt.
Incorrect.
China.
Correct. Okay, so now the second bonus goes back, okay. Ready, Brittany? Who invented the printing press in 1439?
Benjamin Franklin.
Incorrect?
I defer to Green Ford.
Gutenberg.
Correct. Is that okay, judges? Johannes Gutenberg. All right, looking ready? Next topic is food. This bean was used by the Aztecs as currency. Green?
Coffee bean.
Incorrect. Right?
Cocoa bean.
Correct. All right. Green, your bonus is language arts. The main figure of a story that makes the key decisions and experiences the consequences of those decisions.
Protagonist.
Correct. Bonus B, the occurrence of the same letter or sound at the beginning of an adjacent or closely connected word.
Alliteration.
Correct. Very good. All right, history, everybody ready? Article 1, Section 5 states that Congress can override any presidential veto with a supermajority, in which this fraction of votes, Fred?
2/3.
Correct. Your bonus is science. Hepatitis is the inflammation of which body organ?
Monotonous.
Incorrect.
Stomach.
Incorrect. Answer is liver. You can just say it. Okay, back to Brittany. Which dinosaur's name means three-horned face?
Triceratops.
Correct. All right, teams ready? Famous places. This city, which contains a let me start over. This city, which contains a recreation of the Eiffel Tower. 3.
Las Vegas.
Correct. All right, bonus, Merlin Rich, is sports. What sport has players on courses hitting a ball with a long-handled mallet?
Polo.
Correct. Bonus B, how many minutes does each round of a boxing match last?
5.
Incorrect.
7.
Incorrect. 3. You guys are trying to kill those boxers. I don't think they last that long. Okay. All right, everybody ready? Science. Name the fourth planet from the sun. 3.
Mars.
Correct. Bonus is history. The people of Ireland suffered a massive famine in the mid-19th century due to a disease in this staple food.
Potato.
Correct. Bonus B. This 1857 court case concluded that slaves did not have citizenship rights. It ultimately ruled that the Missouri Compromise was unconstitutional.
Brown versus the school board.
Incorrect. Good guess.
No answer.
Dred Scott versus Sanford. Okay. Math computation. You'll need a pencil. What is 43 squared? Green?
1,849.
Correct. Bonus is geography. This sea is connected to the Mediterranean Sea by the Suez Canal. Its name comes from cyanobacteria that turns the normally blue waters of this sea a rusty brown.
The Black Sea.
Incorrect.
The Dead Sea.
Incorrect. It is the Red Sea. Bonus B goes back to Moreland. The fifth hurricane of the 2005 Atlantic hurricane season was the costliest to ever hit America. 80% of New Orleans roads were flooded by this hurricane.
Hurricane Katrina.
Correct. Okay, that ends that round.
Me too. I love watching it.
You guys amaze me. Awesome. All right, ready for round 4? Judges?
I'm ready.
Okay, pyramid. History is the topic. From February to late March 1945, this was a major battle in the Pacific during World War II. The U.S. Marines fought the Japanese Imperial Army for control of this island. Fight was brutal and casualties were high on both sides. Green?
Gateway.
Incorrect. One of the most iconic war photographs ever taken shows 6 Marines raising the U.S. flag atop Mount Suribachi on this island. Fred?
Honolulu?
Incorrect. Correct. Let me finish it. The name of the island the battle occurred on was Iwo Jima. Iwo Jima. Okay, science. In biology, this action is also known as sloughing, shedding, or in many invertebrates, ecdysis. It is the manner in which an animal routinely casts off a part of its body, often but not always an outer layer or covering, either at specific times of the year or at specific points in the life cycle. Cats do this around the spring and summertime to rid themselves of their winter coat. Fred?
Shedding?
Correct. Snakes rub against rough surfaces to assist in the removal of their shedding skin in what natural process?
You can't close right on
Time is up. Molting. Holidays. This federal holiday, which is always observed on November 11th, is sometimes confused with Memorial Day. Fred? Correct. Before 1954, it was called Armistice Day, and it celebrated the anniversary of the end of World War I, which occurred at the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918. It was initially used as a day to honor just those soldiers who fought in World War I. It was later expanded to honor soldiers who served in any military.
Veterans Day?
Correct. Food. It is actually an American invention originating in California. There are many theories and much speculation surrounding the mysterious origin of this food, in which city it originated, and who invented it, Chinese American, Japanese American, or 14th century revolutionists. There has been much debate. In 1983, there was even a mock trial held in San Francisco's pseudo-legal court of historical review to determine the origins of this food that is often served at the end of a meal in a Chinese restaurant. Red? Correct. Art. Cindy Sherman depicted herself using this medium, and it was used by Alfred Stieglitz in The Steerage. Jacob Riis used this medium to depict tenements in How the Other Half Lives. Low aperture provides the name of the group F64, F-stop 64, founded by Ansel Adams, who only used this medium. And this method was also used to show the Great Depression in Dorothea Lange's Migrant Mother. Name this art form which uses cameras. Fred? Correct. Animals. This class of animals evolved from synapsids and possesses an inner ear formed from former jawbones. Monotremas are egg-laying examples of these animals, which also include the marsupials and placentals. Along with platypuses and kangaroos, this group includes horses, bears, and primates. Name this class of warm-blooded group. Green?
Mammals?
Correct. Music. Categories of this family of instrument include idiophones and membranophones, and instruments in this family are separated by whether they can create a definite pitch. Marambas and xylophones are Fred? Correct. Science. The outer surface of this organ is divided into sulci and gyri, which are indentations and ridges respectively. The two halves of this organ are connected by the corpus callosum. One structure in this organ is named for its resemblance to a seahorse, the hippocampus. Correct, Fred? Kidney? Incorrect. What is the name of this organ that is split into 4 lobes and is the main component of the central nervous system? Brain? Correct. Math. Okay. The seed of Eratosthenes can be used to find all of these numbers up to a limit, and Euclid proved that there is an infinite amount of these numbers. Goldbach's conjecture states that any even integer greater than 2 can be represented as the sum of 2 of them. Factoring a number into them can be used to determine the GCF, and 2 is the only even example of them. Green.
Prime.
Correct. Famous places. This city is bordered to the east by Biscayne Bay, which separates this city from another city known as its beach. This city is the seat of Dade County, and its seal and flag feature a palm tree. This city, which has been nicknamed the capital of Latin America, has a large population of Cuban Americans. Name this most populous metropolis in Florida. Fred?
Miami?
Correct. And that round? That's it.
Yeah, nice job both sides. One came out on top on that one. Okay.
All right, so 18, let's see, Owen, you're up for one.
Go ahead, Tim.
Page,
Is there any sketching? That's good. All right, let's go ahead and move into the 18. What's the time? Katie, I'm gonna have you stay while you come in. We'll rotate you. Which one you two are on?
Oh, wow.
You want to start us?
yeah, just 30 seconds.
There's
Okay,
more paper.
go ahead. Brittany. You guys want to take yours? All right, judges ready?
I am.
Okay, quarter 1 toss-up. History. Name the structure constructed in the 1860s which extended from San Francisco Bay. Red?
Golden Gate Bridge.
Incorrect. To Council Bluffs, Iowa. Green,
Continental Railroad.
correct. Matt, give the name to this equation. Y equals mx plus, Fred,
Slope intercept form.
correct? Science. EpiPens inject epinephrine, Fred,
I was gonna say epinephrine.
after severe reactions of these conditions, which occur when the immune, Green,
Allergies.
correct. Geography, this country features a renal volcano, and it was ranked as the happiest country, Green,
Denmark.
incorrect, in the world by the Happy Planet Index. Its capital is San Jose. Red,
Costa Rica.
correct. Mythology. Mythology. This goddess gave birth to Aeneas after seducing the shepherd Anchises as the Roman counterpart of Aphrodite. Green? Venus? Correct. Technology. Name this type of technology that creates a simulated environment. Red?
Virtual reality.
Correct. Famous people. This first female aviator received the U.S. Distinguished Green.
Amelia Earhart.
Correct. Music. This now one-man band rose to fame in 2007 with I Write Sins. Green.
Panic at the Disco.
Correct. Famous places. Give this military branch whose academy is near Colorado Springs. Green.
The Marines.
Incorrect. Red.
Coast Guard.
Incorrect. Air Force. Food. This hazelnut product was originally Green.
Nutella.
Correct. Literature. In this L. Frank Baum novel, the protagonist runs through a poppy field that causes them Red.
The Wizard of Oz.
Correct. Famous people. This Virginia governor was criticized for his actions during the British invasion when he fled the capital to his home in Monticello. Red.
Thomas Jefferson.
Correct. Matt, this type of angle is any angle that is greater than that. Red.
Obtuse.
Correct. Animals. Name these house cat sized monkeys with white faces. Red.
Capuchin monkey.
Correct. Literature. Perhaps the most famous soliloquy is the to be or not to be. Green.
Hamlet.
Correct. Famous places. Give this continent where the McMurdo Station can support a population of 1,200. Red?
Antarctica.
Correct. Holiday. The menorah's 9 candles are lit for this. Green.
Hanukkah.
History. Name this June 1919 treaty ending World War I. Green.
Treaty of Versailles.
Very good. Correct. Science. Chromosomes separate in this type of cell division, resulting in 2 daughter cells. Its stages include prophase and telophase, and is not seen in the Green.
Cell division.
Incorrect. Gametes produced by meiosis. Red.
Twins.
Mitosis. Animals. Pleistocene megafauna included the Columbian, Channel Island, and woolly species of what? Green?
Yeah.
Correct. And that round?
Okay, work around, Griffin on 10 minutes to leave on.
You just mumble.
Thanks
All right. Ready? Teams ready? Quarter two worksheet round. All answers begin with the letter T, like Tom. Go. One minute. $30. Time. Okay. Number one, this country was originally Siam and its capital is Bangkok, Thailand.
Yes.
Thailand.
Yes.
2, these hard bone-like structures are the hardest part of the human body. Teeth.
Yes.
Yes.
3, this sport competition includes swimming, biking, and running. Triathlon.
Yes.
Yes.
4, these regions lie within 1,600 miles north and south of the equator. Tropics.
Yes.
Yes.
5, this state's capital is Nashville, Tennessee.
Yes.
Yes.
6, this city, which is the largest in Canada, is the capital of Ontario, Toronto.
No.
Yes.
7, a government with an authority exerting absolute control, totalitarian.
Yes.
Yes.
8, this animal is characterized by a special bony or cartilaginous shell, turtle.
Yes.
Yes.
9, this boxer once bit part of an opponent's ear off, Tyson.
Yes.
Yes.
10, this violent cyclone forms over warm seas and features high wind, typhoon.
Yes.
Yes.
11, in anatomical terms, this is the proper name for the windpipe, trachea.
Yes.
12, the second sign of the zodiac is represented by a bull, Taurus.
Yes.
Yes.
13, this telecommunication company recently bought Sprint, T-Mobile.
Yes.
Yes.
14, Austin is the state capital city of Texas.
Yes.
Yes.
15, the 2021 Super Bowl was held in this city, Tampa.
Yes.
Yes.
16, this country lies in both Europe and in Asia. Turkey.
Yes.
Yes.
17, a large hairy spider that lives in warm climates is a tarantula.
Yes.
Yes.
18, candy made by stretching or pulling a mass of boiled sugar. Taffy.
Yes.
Yes.
19, this company's slogan is think outside the bun. Taco Bell.
No.
No.
What did they say?
You don't have one.
Ours, no, mine just made something up.
Ban on grounds of morality or taste. Taboo.
No.
No.
I was gonna say trees. My allegiance is to democracy.
All right, ready?
Okay, at halftime, Wilderness has a slight lead. Too close to call for now. Levi come in for fellow.
Let's see, Natalie swapped with Al. Okay, Hayden's our supposed to.
Okay, Hayden, okay.
Hayden, sorry.
Okay.
Besides,
Who is? All right, quarter three, toss up and bonus.
Hayden's for pencils. Oh, sure, hold on, sorry.
All right. Okay, both teams ready? Famous people. This large museum located in Paris. Green?
The Louvre.
Correct. I said famous people, famous places, sorry. That's why I paused, I was confused. Okay. Bonus is science. This scientist, who is the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, discovered and isolated the elements polonium and radium. Her work helped establish the nature of radiation.
Marie Curie.
Correct? Bonus B, blood types are designated A, B, and what other letter?
Oh.
Correct. All right, everybody ready? Spelling, you may grab your pencils. Spell chameleon. Green.
CHAMELEON.
Correct. Your bonus question is history. In what year did the Civil War begin?
1861.
Correct. Bonus B. On February 20th, 1962, the Mercury astronaut who later became a U.S. senator, wait a minute, let me start over. On February 20th, 1962, this Mercury astronaut became a U.S. senator and became the first U.S. astronaut to orbit the Earth.
Buzz Aldrin.
Incorrect. Incorrect. John Glenn. All right.
The guy from the Martian.
Sports. In bowling, what is it called when you knock down all red?
Straight.
Correct.
Yeah.
Bonus, ladies, is technology. Who is known as the inventor of the telephone?
Alexander Graham Bell.
Correct. Bonus B. Tesla is known for producing what mode of transportation?
Cars.
Judges?
Yeah, more specific. Electric cars.
Correct. All right, math computation. Need a pencil. Are you ready? One side of a square is 16 inches. Find the perimeter. Green.
64 inches.
Correct. Geography is your bonus. What Pacific island is famous for its monolithic human figures known as moai?
Easter Island.
Correct. Bonus B, in what U.S. state would you find Carlsbad Caverns?
Missouri.
Incorrect.
Colorado.
Incorrect. See New Mexico. Okay. Religion. William Penn, the founder of Pennsylvania. Green?
Quakers.
Correct. Your bonus is history. Westmoreland Ridge. This president signed the Indian Removal Act shortly after his election in 1832, leading to the Trail of Tears.
Andrew Jackson.
Correct. Bonus B. This group of civil rights activists rode interstate buses into the Deep South to test local segregation ordinances in response to the ruling in Morgan v. Virginia and Boynton v. Virginia.
The mascot.
Incorrect.
The Black Panthers.
Incorrect. They were the Freedom Riders.
Oh.
Okay, so do I do, that was a bonus, right? Okay, all right, science. Okay, flowers use these brightly colored modified leaves to green.
Petals.
Correct. Bonus is geography, Moreland. This European island country is home to cities like Cork, Limerick, Galway, and the capital city of Dublin.
Ireland.
Correct. Bonus B. An arm of a sea or ocean partly enclosed by land is known as what? Time. Brittany Hill.
A bay.
Close. Gulf. Okay. Math. Classical mathematicians commonly study geometry problems with just a straight edge and this drawing green.
Protractor.
Incorrect. Device which guides a pencil to draw circular red.
A compass.
Correct. Okay, your bonus, Brittany Hill, is science. This 17th element on the periodic table is commonly used to disinfect swimming pools.
Fluorine.
Correct. Bonus B, name these massive, dense objects formed from supernovas. Their gravitational pull is strong enough to absorb light.
Black hole.
Correct. Very good. Literature. In this dystopian novel by Bradbury Guy, Montague flees his home and a job as a fireman. Red?
Fahrenheit 455.
Very good. Correct. Okay, Brittany Hill, your bonus is history. This amendment, ratified in just over 3 months in 1971, changed the voting age to 18 years old.
Michael.
Incorrect. Moreland Ridge?
2016.
Correct. Okay, so I go back to Brittany Hill for the bonus. Okay, Brittany Hill. History. Gutenberg's first mass printed work was a version of this text with 42 lines to a page.
The Bible.
Correct. Okay, everybody, music. This string instrument is not traditionally featured in the orchestra. As a blues musician, Robert Johnson played this instrument with a slide and and sometimes a pick. Green,
Viola.
incorrect. Red,
A guitar.
correct. Okay, your bonus, Brittany Hill is famous people. This person is the head of the Catholic Church and lives in the Vatican City.
Pope Francis.
Correct, Pope. Bonus B, famous people. Name this artist known for his depictions of American life, who included scenes of a Thanksgiving dinner and a man standing to speak in his Four Freedoms series.
Thomas Paine.
Incorrect. Moreland Ridge.
I'm going to defer to grade 3.
Norman Rockwell.
Correct. Norman Rockwell, correct. English language. A principal character or force is in opposition to the protagonist. Red.
Antagonist.
Correct. Okay, Brittany Hill, your bonus is history. This volcano erupting in 79 AD, burying Pompeii under cinders, ash, and mud. What is the name of this Italian volcano?
Vesuvius.
Correct. History, bonus B. Explorer Cortez landed in Mexico in 1519 and conquered the Aztec Indians. Which Aztec king did Cortez murder?
George.
Incorrect. Moreland Ridge?
I defer to grade 3 again.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
That is the end of quarter 4.
Little bit better. Sorry.
Okay, let's see,
Ella, why don't you come in? It's like pulling you off the mound in the last game.
Okay, that was actually the end of quarter 3, so now we're going on to quarter 4, the pyramid section. Looking ready, judges?
Right.
All righty, here we go, geography. In 2018, John Allen Chow was killed on an island in this ocean while trying to serve as a missionary. Green?
The Indian Ocean.
Correct. Science. The efficiency of refrigerators was once rated in frigories, a unit equivalent to one of these units per hour. It is not a unit of mass or temperature, but one of these units defines the specific heat of water. There are 4.184 joules in the small version of this unit, and there are 9 of their large kind in each gram of fat. Red?
I was gonna say volts, but that feels wrong.
Incorrect. What is this non-SI unit that is listed on packages to show the energy content of food? Green?
Calories?
Correct. History. Lieutenant William Calley was sentenced to life imprisonment after a massacre during this war, but served 3 years of house arrest. That massacre included the deaths of over 300 unarmed civilians at My Lai. This war's strategic hamlet program failed to halt the influence of a group which transported supplies along the Ho Chi Minh Trail? Green?
Vietnam War.
Correct. Music. On a collaboration with Khalid, this artist sings "Oh, I Hope." Red?
Billie Eilish.
Correct. Famous places. In the east of this desert, the salty Lake Turkana is threatened by a dam on the Omo River. The large-eared fennec fox lives in this desert where two green.
The Sahara.
Correct. Animals. Some species in this group of animals have heat-sensitive pits in their heads, and most have only one working lung. The invasive brown tree type has caused many bird extinctions on Guam, and they use their tongues to gather scent molecules. Green? Correct. Geography. Satellites in geostationary orbit are placed directly above this feature and as a result don't appear to move in the sky when viewed from the ground. An African country with capital Malabo and a South American country with capital Quito are named for the location on or near this geographical feature. 0 degrees lat, red,
Equator.
correct. Mythology. King Laomedon tricked Apollo and this god into building the walls of Troy. This god cursed Persephone after her husband Minos failed to sacrifice the Cretan bull to this god. Horses were sacred to this god. Green?
Poseidon.
Correct. Literature. A boy in this novel shrieks about an old hell devil after receiving a camellia flower and is deafened by Hecate, who insists that Bob Ewell killed himself. In this novel, Bill Harris visits a pair of children in Macomb, Alabama, and Tom Robinson is defended at a racist rape trial by Atticus Finch. What is the novel about Jem and Scout, written by Harper Lee? Red?
To Kill a Mockingbird.
Correct. Science. Newly created fragments of this molecule are named after Okazaki, and this molecule is unzipped by the enzyme helicase. The Melanson-Stahl experiment shows that this molecule has a semi-conservative nature during its replication. Watson and Crick discovered the double helix structure. Green?
DNA.
Correct.
Okay, well, at the conclusion, Warren pulled out very nice round, got all the questions on that round, which is pretty impressive for pyramid questions.
Yeah.
Way to end the year, and then Wallen Ridge you won, so thank you for coming out.
Good job, Roland. Thanks for job, Roland.
Working through it. Glad you got to do this stuff. Oh my gosh. Don't give me some. Sorry.